abusia me ne wa discuss ama wate ase de enti a esese onipa tumi te ase se ono eno ye universe. When we talk micro universe and macro universe e yade baako ade ketwa a yate afiri kasiem nti me pese onipa bi ate ase enne se ye ka ewiase a wo nipa no wo na wo ye wiase. Now and then me pese ye nko share secret bi no mo na yanhwe die enti ye important, very important ade mo bibini se oka spirituality a onkohwe bibi na obehwe ono ane ho se sie no ye ma ye mu so na ya san epaja ye mu ade akwa anim, like we are going deeper. Enu nti me pese me address a few things wa ha so that ye kwa you will be in line, ye shift here you will be in line, ye jumpy timelines you will be in line. May be in line by anybody's instruction, but go with your own self because you are spirituality. Say you can't spirituality and you be. Now, in my previous editorial about the two horned gods, we explained that human anatomy is the secret of spirit beings. Me no wo akawe se bibia uhu we ase no ebi wo wu nipa no umu. I brought you guys to a deep untold secret of the dark world by explaining the female reproductive system. Me no why you we what time with Maame Grace. Patosa wan sha we are not wako Google and not washe. Now the question is Maame Grace saying there are no gods or spirits or angels? This is one big question. Me jidi se nkrofo bebre looking at my editorials ni niama amekano ameka se nko subscribe to anything and you angel be any superior than you are meka sa na nkrofo bi se nti opa kire se obi kra bi sa me se onime when I was in church called Prophetess Maame Grace na na den na me di ejuma me spirit ni wono ma why do I see things and ra eno and then ye be kom na ya hwe se ye ka spirit ye ka deities ye ka angels who are they eno na me pese na ye to ye bo na ye kom ni ye hwe. Our elders say senka bribi ni soro a ana bribi ni wiase a anka ye da ye nto ye punum bibi wo honti ene ye da ye to ye punum. Yes e kire se bibi wo wiase na bibi ben ne wo wiase ete se nipa te asem wo ya odwane ese se osuro and then ye become ni yahwe who are these, are there spirits, are there gods, who are these ese ye hu oma yesuro, do we have to give them our all? And when me pese ye hwehwe mu ni yehwe. So let me walk you through the composition of entities that form the spiritual embodiment of the unseen world. And then me pese me no wonante ekose yesi deity o, yesi family god o, yesi mami wata o, yesi hwanyo o, and then me pese ye nante ni yekom. These people, who are they? Are they there? Are they real? Yeti omonka ye ndwane ana ye nyina ho. And then ye behwe niama we mu nyina. Na topic ni ye den masters of the universe. And only topic a ye kwa discuss enne e was spiritual hour dwumedi ni so. I believed you, 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 and I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love wherever you are. I send you hope. I send you hope. I send you hope. I send you peace. I send you peace. I send you peace. I send you joy. I send you joy. I send you joy. I send you help. I send you help. I send you help. I believed you, I do not bless you. I believed you, I do not bless you. I believed you, I do not bless you. I wish you a nature day. It's another episode of Spiritual Hour. My name is always the pride of our ancestors. I am their medium. They speak through me. They smell through me, they hear through me, and they drop every particle of information through me to us. I welcome you, my people. I am your goddess, always your goddess. I welcome you to another episode. Today we are discussing masters of the universe. Who are the masters of the universe? When you talk of the unseen, the seen, manifestations, fantasies, imaginations. When we talk of all these things, there say onipa ebehwehwe obofo na wakwa akwohwehwe deity na wakwa akwohwehwe an ancestor na wakwa akwohwehwe way, then libation was setting, then all sort of worship, all kinds of praises ebeba abehwem onipa ya akoye te se onde ne ho ontumi nye bibia age wahwehwe onyame bi medical achiri mu achiro obi ebisa na nti upacha se honhom ni ho obi se angels are powerful. Are there spirits? Are there spirits? Yes, there are spirits. Maame Grace neka sunsun mu kura bibi wo ho. Yes, bibi wo ho. A bibi wo ho e boro wu nipa wo so ana. Na bibi wo ho e yeden. Eno ne ne ba behwe, masters of the universe. There are things of this world that manifest in spirit. There are also things in this world that are unseen but manifest in the physical. Nyama wo ho. Ebi wo ho a ewo wiase mu. Omo manifest omo ho e de ba wiase mu. Ebi wo ho nso a omo wo ho a nipa ehu omo ana ye ehu omo ana ewo sumase ena yade nipa mfi ye ni hu but omo nso tumi manifest omo ho e ba wiase ana e de ba ni kan so. How? Let's start with the gods we know or have heard about. Mommy starting free enyame binumu a ye taiti omunka ye taiti omudin ai a nipa taidi omudidie ni odi omuho e de to so a masesi empo no obi a onim hye wo de ne tena what say wo bisa no knowledge about adeko o kan in toto a oni knowledge bia but or pretend na waye ne hu to say onim. I want us to go into this gods no na yenhwe because some no ye common gods a nipa etaiti omunka like maame water de wunim obi ya na me use maame water e na me wo maame water na obi ya ne ho maame water because nipa feel say maame water e wo bibi e de manipa. Who is maame water? Enne ye be delve akom. Then family deities mama yenko back yenko fa your family deities yengu nsama your family deities. Who are these family deities? And also another thing in there. Then we come to mountain deities. Now saying it say social media you see buruku buo mountain yet all these things mountain deities. Who are they? Then you beba water gods and I so way na afame and I'm quite rituals men so way and we are going to look into this. Then we look into fire gods are popularly known and crofo nim as salamanders. We are going to look into these gods. Who are they? What are they? Now, let's take our time and come into these gods. Niyansha elements, how they came to being. Niyansha where people should place them. Because me kama yese people are saying it's a religion enye. But ye nananum wechi, who are they? Ye nananum ye na nebia na obefre. Is it, do we have to go back to nananum? Na hwanyumpo ene ye nananum. Yanko back to deities, no? Yanko Paul Ibeshima deities. Who are they? Omo purpose eye den e de manipa. Let's start from elemental spirits. Let's start from elemental spirit. The first thing that you should know is that our bodies and the things that form our bodies are the same things that are found in the galaxies, in the stars systems, and all over the universe. Eniyame wo ye mu no, eno an wo star system ni mu, na no an wo universe and our galaxies no so emu. niame we ye mu nyina eno nti ne medical culture say ye ne wiase ketoa ena de ye tim no eye wiase kese you are not a stranger eno nti na se wo kɔ wo way out na ade bia eye align with the universe no wo ye something different na reactions no eba eno ne nyadowa hodoɔ a ate agu yeso because we feel we don't want to eat natural stuff. We don't want to wear natural stuff. We don't want to do this. Because we know we say now dear now my wig need dear hamopa. My wigs are actually natural wigs. So nipa that's anything. I buy their hair to show them the power of blacks. Me, I do a lot of things you have no idea. Until tana konyo so na o ha wo ho uni ska de beto bintia because you can't actually afford it. Aye. Spiritual. Why? We are discussing masters of the universe. So when you hear these deities, ye niyama e form ye hono wiaseni na ye niyama e wo ye yemu. Yan ye wiasene ketwa. So let's look into these deities and these spirits and family gods, angels and the keke kahu. The spirits are there. Now we are looking at elemental spirits. And amachira wono adie bia ewo wumuno ewo wiasimu ewo star system nimu. Now, so if our bodies have a reproductive system, the stars, the sun, galaxies, the seen and unseen world have replicated systems like that. Medical reproductive system, no, I'm sure say a way for spirits and beings and anything you can think of. It is a reproductive system. The same thing the galaxies ni bibia adapted. There is nothing strange with what is in you as a human being, and there is nothing strange in this universe as any niyama a producing. The way you move, the way you produce, the same thing is equally with the universe. So as a man has sex with a woman and the sperm goes to fertilize the egg and babies are born, so does it rain on the earth and the sun shines on it and it fertilizes the ground to produce trees and trillions of living organisms. Nti me kai say Yahuda, yenu abema Yahuda eba Revelations platform no so no oka say nsuota nyankopon na have sex with the asase ya nti obie ne numu na oje a then no wanyensen na wawona niam afifi. There's an iota of truth in what he said. But as we go no ye beba behu say if there are deities, if there are these angels and these family gods, and where and how we should place and understand them. And no, and then they discuss masters of the universe. Enti abusia sadia ye ne mema no yenuano mema no Asia, the way they lie on top of us nina is a communication, just like the land lying low and the sono ebutu so and all that. All these things are signs and symbols. Makachom said that be signs and symbols. We are just praying say electricity will be stable and internet will be stable, so you be call life. There are a lot of things I want to go live with you. Nti mo am say and Maame Grace promise say you be call with my dika can say a life. So you are able to ask me questions for me to answer them. Nti no ma chishi ma wakoma embra from en ha ho kra. So put in your mind that this same process happens in all seen and unseen universes or dimensions in different forms. Me pesa wote ase the way ayen reproductive system no run no sa na te wo universe ni mu na sa na te wo the unseen world no. So there is nothing new. There is nothing new, but the understanding and the knowledge of it is where the problem is. So now, no, if you understand this, tell me, then we can proceed. Because me who say, maybe I me do wa bedru no. If what ya say, the way a niyama eba into being, the way niyama running, difference. One nipa da se nini universe na yetim no mu. Eno na me bubu mu amede ama uno. Afe, let's look at number 2. If you are on earth and you are a master of heart surgery on the human body, you are called a heart specialist or a cardiologist or a doctor. Adeɛ na wo wa be wiase na wa be fa to wo so. Like meti hey, I am a spiritual visionary and I am preaching consciousness and awakening. And that is me. Inti se me ye na me kwa enim na me be master. Na se me to me ascend a eye one thing. Inti ye kwa yi me to me bo na mama ye hu. Ade esese wo frɛ. Sa sebio facha me. Mu fie nyina kwensafo o mu ton asase e wo fie wo nyina sebio facha me. Ohene obetena abusua ni mu a obo abusua no ton abusua ni di abusua ni sika nyina including chain kura obeto ya nananum di gu omukom ni se wawu. Na wo ka ancestors na wo fra ancestors a odimbi. Kafra facha me se wo fie sebi onipetitiri bi wu. Na sebio kafra mo wo obodan aniti anakwawense ni bi e wo fie ho no na so mo tenase abusua fie ho wo nipa awu ni nti na nipa ne ye nipa titiri na sebio se president na nipa titiri bi ba ye na se na o chia oduru kwawense ni so asebi obechia ni bi ombo ntra se ono de onchia ni bi obechia ni bi saa na wiase no ne ye niama ye ne ete. The more we understand this, we are safe. Until you keep screaming the ancestors, and the ancestors. Wo ancestors are one beto omo. Wo ancestors are when hu omo. Wo ancestors are moon nim omo. Se wo ko summon si omo. How do you know who to summon and who to leave? That is the main reason why we need to understand this deity thing and this family gods. We need to understand them so we are able to assess them positively so that omunfa any negative result and from brain. Say niyama we ni yenka into ufa left and yanko ye nananom ufa right ye nananom abosom ufa left saying ye nananom abosom no truthfully e de no mo ye ma ye nananom. In sakraye ben ena omo de ba ye nananom abrabom ye de omo kɔ no na omo wo omo deities no wo omo ho ye de omo kɔ slavery ye kum bi ni. No, what actually did they do to help them? I'm not saying say it's because of the way we understand these deities and these ancestors and no and ama ya confused na ye hu ni ye ho. The reason we are having this knowledge or this discussion, if you know how to take care of the skin and let the skin grow beautiful, and you can make many creams and perfumes to make the skin flourish, you are a dermatologist. Also, we are talking about abilities. And then we are discussing masters of the universe. And then we talk about the elementals, your angels, the deities, the family gods. We want to know who they are and where to place them. We are better if we understand this kind of knowledge. So that obia mbeka bibia nchro na unso fo se wudi so because ya pim wa ha ene ye ko baby for front ni ye sori ya ni ye ko ni ye this episode because from next week we are going to climb up ye ko more deeper and now more deep. I want you to understand these things so you are able to access knowledge be e ba na fe obehu so ehuni a wo de beye. So we have a barber, a cook, a gardener, and so many experts. We have them. These people will practice for years and become gods of their trade or role. Adia mi ye me start ye no na nye saying na metie. I have grown in it and I keep growing in it. Ebedru baby no I will become a god. Now I'm a god of spirituality. Because I invest into it, I don't trade, I don't make business out of it. I am holding forth to it, I'm consistent, I keep teaching, I keep learning myself, I keep touching base with people, I keep waking people up. Now I have become a god. Because to survive on social media, you see a lot of people, and it's easy to have a platform. You need to have it. You need to master this before you can keep this. Young views. Now, everything you see about this platform is 100% organic. We've gone through pain to hold this platform. Now, so this is what you should understand. You want microphobia or what? Cardiologists be or what? Omo be master omo ability no into to me sure akola way. No way to me who said this is the problem. Oh, here test. Oh, here she. Obey to me actually what is going on. Your doctors need be or master or mobility ma or show we need ma straightforward. Just like you can sit here 1 minute, everything about you is on the table. na ubesu a usu kakra we are na yatoa so aye conversation no. This is what we are talking about. So some people have become masters of their abilities, or masters of their role, or masters of their trade. Now I continue. So someone can practice a particular profession and be so good that no matter your problems, they will find a solution. They become lost of their abilities. Eno na medi kan cheche mu e de kire wo no ye won krofo bi wo ho a aduane no wo ma ne number akokro obe no aduane no nkrofo so beto wa ye edwuma na enye to on hye aseda wo wa hye ase wa sori wa nti onim in and out of edwuma ni nyina nti wa be ye lord or master of the abilities and an act and an practice. Ye won krofo bi wo ho sa. Now I hope you are following me. I am making spirituality so basic for you to understand, like a nursery school for spirituality. Me the spirituality ni ba so low. She ye hu biara firi mu. When you talk spirituality, fear is not part. Everything that scares you about spirituality no is branding, obi business. Spirituality is not scary. Se wu nipa na wugina wo no wunye scary anase wunye hu anase nsese wo dane ade bi ansa na wahun hu a, then there is no need. Enye hu sa ti me spirituality ni but so low, so obi abete ase so that ehu ebe free wu mu na wetimi afine wo hu. Let's move on. If people on earth can be expert in many skills and talents, and what is present on earth is the same as in the heavens, then the process of fertility for rain also has energies or chemicals working on it. Se onipa da se ni tumi sua dia akoduru baabi na otumi ye bibia wo hu wo wiase, all the technology wo hu AI abeya yete boso robots bibia wo hu caterpillar cameras aye use bibia wo hu se ye no e wa ha se no eye obi no tumi bu okeka aniama bi bo mu e no di create ye, whether it's canon, whether it's black magic no eye obi e no nya sa ability no e no okeka di bo mu e no ma sa de no ebeye bin. So is the rains and so is the elementals. So if one chemical mixed rightly with the other, there will be rain. If one is more, then there will be thunderstorms. Ntino won say ye won so bi wo a eto a ebe fan framan krofo dan so betutu ni ade ye won so kura timi to na flood na fenipa na facas ni ade. It's all about the God of rain putting the chemicals together. It's just like oye nkwan na wo de nchini tuma ebro so a nchini ni betwam, wo de mekotuma nchini ni betwam. All these elementals, and that's how they work. Listen, bibia ni asasi so a onipa eye a emfiri baby na manifeste no ho. And the bibia so ni asasi so a manifeste no ho a emfiri baby na be manifeste no. We need to understand this. Na niama manifeste no ho a e manifeste no because of onipa da saninti. So all these elements no are not elementals no, we have the same elements in us. That makes us ultimate gods. I say ye hwehwe ase ne ye dwane hwehwe niama bi. Ade se ye potin ne eno ne ye ntumi nye. Eno na edi yenya a ema ye bre. So just like a chef will mix rice and beans and other things to prepare delicious wachi, will the energies in charge of rain prepare their chemicals so that it forms rains? Inti their energy no be prepare no is what we see here. Since we better na storms beba na flood besi is about the chemicals or the components na this rain energy no e put it together. That entity or chief commander who is in charge of making sure the chemicals are right to bring the rain is the God of rains. Inti nsuo na eto se be fe nipa se mfe nipa se beto at the right time amen duane aguro se beto at the wrong time amen eburo na yeduaduane nyina ahyehye ene ade no Minina is about the God of rain or the Lord of rain. Or no na one master that act. No kikeni boom. No ma ensuo eto. So you can call it the God of rain. Inti say ye ka God of rain na ye kosum no ana ye ne den. We are discussing masters of the universe. Now we share spiritual hour. For my name you know already. I am the pride. Yes, I continue. These gods or spirits are called elemental beings or elemental gods. When we say, say fire element, water element, air element, we say this is in us. I could do extend, suppose a bit to me, can say, or be a fire element, now call water element, and these are common and basic knowledge, yet all the time. So the river gods, the tree gods, the sun gods, the powers and laws of nature are all masters of the special talent of making sure that elemental force is manifested. Enti sensuo to a eye obi na ema bibi eye adwuma obi a won responsibilities in the universe. Enti so obi a won responsibilities in the universe there wo hweme no wo responsibilities ye den. Say we bet trigger all these universe elementals no ma ye adwuma ma wa anaso se den eno ne ye discuss ana ye hwe ho asem akande. So when you hear forces of nature, it means the things that are natural must come together to bring a natural phenomenon like rain, sun, thunder or air. But see elementals say yes we ensuo intinin say we say you say all these things are working with rules and regulations, and they are consciousness and they are in line operating according to their abilities or their energy or their act or their practice. By ye nipa yete ha send ye hu omo na simple and ye fa this knowledge no edien na ya yede. But nature gods are the masters of these elemental forces. So a nature god of thunder can make thunder strike anytime because it can mix the right nature component to produce the thunder at its will. Ono na osheso, ono na owo ho, ono no nim how to strike. Ebi omo aka omo ho abom, nsuo sa me beto. As I said, would striking a prompting nipa. Thunder is very scary, but it doesn't grow anything. It is rains that grows things. But Argentina, thunder never strike. He says so neighbor. They join forces, mix these chemicals together, so they are able to produce rains. Now, I know you will be saying, but Maame Grace, this sounds like science. Well, I am not a scientist. I did not go to school, but it is exactly what you have said. It is science. Muna mwako school na munim we nyina. Eya na eye me nwanwa. Say obi beko school pa ewie, and all this basic knowledge no obi be use we e de aman as spirituality. Na nipa no etena ho. Well, spirituality is the science of natural forces. Quote this anywhere, said by Maame Grace. You people should make this as a quote for me before they carry that one too away. Maame Grace said, spirituality is the science of natural forces. Quote this anywhere that I said this. I continue. Abusia, we are discussing masters of the universe. Matter what you should quote. This is simple thing. Minim the spirituality. I don't know. When you light up candles, trying to put all the elements together, it is demonic. Just a ye demonic. When you put a mirror at a particular place, it is just saying say at the corner with the room mirror na say at the corner with the room ye bonia a bounce back and bonisu di wechi a bounce back na ube hu wa simple things. That is why you broni be a corridor hono not the mirror at all. Obi wo on the bedside, not the mirror to or sorry na pe bia no or chire say amadwo no die no. Any negativity ohun no sorry a ohun ne hu o mirror ni mu a ade ne depart from no. Ya fa we nyina as spirituality. Ye mpese ye better simple things ase. Na ama life aye difficult ama ye yankasa. Ti spirituality na be ye hu. Abeye bibia obi ne kita. Ade se nipa ne drive you ansa wotimi akọ. Da ben ye bedu yenim se yadwin se nya da ben pa ne ye bedu yenim. Spirituality is not you kneeling in front of powerful pastors and bishops or malams. It is just about mastering the forces and laws of those forces to manifest something. This is spirituality. Your own ability. Se wu hu ho ehun ni esese wo ye ehun ba bi esese wo kon ehun ba bi esese wo tena ehun obi esese wo ni di nkomo. All these things are things ebe boa wo ama wate wo honhom wo kra any wo ni pedua ase, so you are able to become a full being wo nte ho na mani pe ase be te se wo nante wo lempe. You cannot find spirituality or yourself in anybody's corner. Ubetumi ebukotodwe 100 years, you can still go through your problems. This is spirituality. Now, let's look at personification of deities. De bia ye ko deities no ho. Omo so medical chiro elementals no. Maka cho say ye ba be wuram deeper. From next week, I'm trying to make these things basic and clear to you. No way you fear no every obi enye nyame. Obi aso ni obi bibia ma so wanye wo hwea. So wo sore na wo sabio kafra. Enye obi na kire so oba we, wo ne nda sei na wo ne nda. Enye atare we wa na utumi dwen we nyina ne tese bibia wo nsam se wo ye nipa dasani. Wo betumi aye. Ni obi ye na wo koto so ye bishop so ye hu a wo koto no. The ono oye no osua ye no one master and o use. You can also learn something and master yourself because you have yourself. Inti obi wu mo obi and obi su mo obi nkwa obi su ntumi yin nkwa mo obi. Before I teach this, I want to explain a very important point. Ansa ne ye beko ye nim ne yakọ kasa about personification of the deities no, because me hu say deities na nkrofo akoma wom say no de eye. Nti na asa no ye be kon ma me nto me bo ase na me nkyerechire bibim wa ha na nye very clear asa na yatoa so. Now there is a difference between ascending and enlightenment of personified deities. So biate ase se ye ka deities wa ha no ma esono wo de ba ankora mu ana wo yiyi mu a yesono se obi ascend anasusu say obi aye enlightened. Eyeniama mienu, they are not the same thing. No. We keep saying again your consciousness offer baby and enlightenment. They are better your vibrations. They are not the same. Someone aye ascended and someone aye enlightened and now working. No, they are not the same. And when I'm person me to me bo na be chire mu wa ha. For example, let's explain enlightenment first. And I say enlightened first. When you have studied and understood your body anatomy, when you know what makes you move or sleep, so wunya behu ade ema woda anase say ema wunyane a, there are things ema wunyane ema wo ya aggressive besin ne enkrofo da so a ehye incense wo mo dem wahu se wunya beduru baabi na wunyi beduru baabi na hu se okay se me connect with wood. Let me use wood perfumes. Now there are perfumes with wood. If I connect with frankincense, let me go that way. If I connect with champaga, let me go that way. If I connect with white lotus, why not? You have to know what resonates and connects with you. And only a friend enlightenment. That time, you know, wouldn't what to eat. And you be need or no experience, no de bemam. You know, you need to study your body anatomy. That is what we call enlightenment. When they say someone is enlightened, onipa ninim So I have to use this perfume. I have to use this. I don't need to sleep here. I don't need to eat this. Me mean to me nkotene nipa domu. Enye se me ni atade papa o. When mo nipa domu da. And I won't say me chin da. Even when I was on radio, I will go to the studio, do my thing, and move to my car pim. Then there would say, then nam for some, no join away, no. I'm not saying it's good. I'm talking about myself. It's bad. I'm talking about myself. You will not see me do this because me who say na me ye. And I mean play adverts. I want to be saturated. I can't do that. That is me. Because I have understood, I understand my body anatomy. I know what to do and what not to do. Enlightenment is not about all over. No. It's about knowing yourself. That's why I'm saying that enye di obi be kanon kote me say me ka bibia wa ha enye no na ubetie be fade resonate with you because we are different people. Into when they say enlightenment, when who say me di aduane we the other day I told you about wache and Hausa koko, me I won't drink because I will sleep. Me embo 4 o'clock na me twi na me no. But there are people are or no the so very active. Ebidi watch they are energizing or mukra so at the count. So enlightenment is about knowing your entire body anatomy. It is more will be say then the man die enlighten. Study your own self. Bible says salvation is individual. Nobody can know you better than yourself. When you know what your body chemistry is, what herbs are good for you, what oil is not for you, what time you must meditate, what you do if you want to have a lucid dream, what you do if you need good luck, what you do if you lose a loved one, how to be guided by your intuition. This is a tall list. But when you know and have mastered your body from chakra to ethereal, you are enlightened. So when you will say enlightenment, this is what you need. Knowing what to eat. Time I would be better. A big kasa. Time I would be kasa. I want somebody who say, well, whom say me jina baby kasa. I ade recording na me. You will not see me anywhere. Obi o nim se opie ewia at this time o meeting bia emfa. When you know about all these things, now so what to me guide wow intuition. Na you be no manipulative no share say yes we enlightened. There are people that want to now no one say no. Everything he's saying is a lie. What to me understanding the entire system. Wo and now we are enlightened so you are able to combine your chakras to ethereal. And ye bibia na force you, but you know how and when to project and why you are projecting or why you are experiencing the ethereal. It's not that everybody is doing it and you want to do it. This is who we call an enlightened soul. And ye bibia na who follow what is the way na wonam ha na wokwa. There be everywhere you go and enlightenment. These are enlightened. This is what we call enlightenment. And then you'll be a force so say we say you should be able to walk to Maame Grace's office and say that amber makes me sleep. Into Maame Grace, I want to buy amber. Then you bet sure we have this, we have that. Then you are able to buy it. That is what we call enlightenment. And yes, I will nanti say, hey, na me pe crystal, yes, I pe crystal ben. O de kwaye then you don't know. Because everybody is buying crystal. Maame Grace is talking about crystal. You want to buy crystal. What is your reason for that? Until na obeba office, wana manton amana oko. Mimi peska, niyama na egu woni yeska. But I won't give it to you until you resonate and know what you are doing. I am waking people. I'm not making business. Metwaso. It means you are woke. Unim niya wo pesa wo ye. Enyo obiya na influence wo. Achi watna ho. Say we say now to no. It's a self something. Spirituality is all about yourself, your body anatomy, and understanding everything and acting on your own self intuition, imaginations, and also like putting the chakras and ethereal together. It's a self something. And you be a debate to me the what's now at university we are, it will not make you spiritual. Sorry, it will not make you spiritual. It is only you who will put your spiritual your inner man and the mechanism together, so you become a full being. This is not in anybody's book. You understand how to create visions with your mind. You can reprogram and remove toxins from your heart. You know how to control your aura and generate reversal energies. This is an enlightened soul. Share, se wo we ya, ebeye din se marriage na egu no, you will die because of that. You are able to ubetumi a reverse, a reschedule, ubetumi a make it, a make it, just so that you will be in line. You know what to use pain for, so you are not able to fail in anything. Because when you're enlightened, now you're waking up, everything negative, you know how to use it. When you say negative, and now people feel say about what people say about you, you address certain things because you don't want to manipulate any energy. There are people who don't manipulate energies. You know your frequency and what vibration is good for you. You know this. That enlightenment is self. Like I have told you, because you are going to go deep, we have to, these are things say to me start say achieve me bisa some bed then so you be a bufu pa enya bufu na wo kan wadwen na wajayo. Me, I don't think I have a single body in my heart, a single somebody in my heart. I talk about it, I move, no time. But what the na show mu baby awo ahye mu na aye wo ya untumi mane nko woman ni fi ho no ko ya why sika no no what taking the journey of enlightenment. These are the things wo behu wo ho no wehu se wo enlightened soul. You know your frequency, very important. Now frequency you need to know your frequency. Aya nkrofo tai social media na no mu ye say obi ani ade o resonate ni o connect wow ade bi wo ho a wo hu se wo connect with her wo hu se e kan me wo bufu said then as ade ni sipe e kan me wo e mema ne bebre omo de ye sex amento aso me nkọ ho enne. So that is enlightenment or enlightened soul. Now let's look at ascension. Macatro said they are not the same. When you feel you enlightened, your enlightenment is different from ascension. Like I said, your twin flame is here to help you to ascend. Now let's look at ascension. Now I know everybody understands enlightenment. Drop your question there and I would address it. Now, ascension is when you have mastered both enlightenment and the energies of the planet and its dimensions. So what to me a put to send your way together. Now what started ascending? Now look, naturally we all have the energies that puts us through dimensions. And no would die awesome on a number be a wound a bill to me call baby no one with different creatures so cromonia normal human beings near this call baby no almost town. You are assessing dimensions automatically, naturally, because it is in you. But you have to master this. So you assess the ethereal willingly, ready, and know where you are going. That is what we call ascension. Ascension is when you understand the movement of the elements and you can manipulate the elemental energies of the planet. And no, your friend is say ascension. And no, obetumi asha, unse ye woye nananoma konfo ni bi wa, they can stop rains from coming. They have mastered ye nananom na they se ye me ya se ye hu ye ho se ye nananom no mo ye primitive na akom no ye shirepetu ni nkrofo problems. It's not true. Ye nananom, they were astronauts, scientists, and they can do greater things. No more adia kro omu to mirror omu to mishem no mo hu so obi wo kumase obi yese obi ba omu se so where are all these things? Well, this is why it's a bigger problem. If we feel that we don't want to take our time to learn all these things, near food say, oh, ye ti ha ni na ye ko eno na ya ye nananom akoma na omukom. edi niama omo ye no mom ye ndi nokore eno na muhu ni nei edi na muhu ni ne okonfo bi eni wono ma otifie o omo timrem se wanyin kakra wa wanya 50 60 ekono kan okore kire me saa time no hu okonfo bi billboard bi so bi kura say why are you advertising yourself ade ayento ene ye bohu dawuro ade ayento ene ye bohu dawuro the other day I was telling obi say yes ye advert panka wo behu niama e wo me office but ya na nkrofo hwehwe bi omo bom say eh na de we na ebi wa ha ene ye nim na de we na ebi wa ha ene ye nim ne say okay ye be bi page na de niama na guso amam na mo hwehwe am akọ ho but nka me wa bigger platform say nti de bia na nka advert na etato inti say ye ka so bi asende a ono na otumi hu ensuo beto obi wo ho no ma hwe wa ye so sensitive say onim send o movie car obenya accident obi wa ye de aduane besi nanim a ono atumi hu say aduane we ma ni meboa obi wo ho okọ adwuma nda o hu say adwuma me kwa na adwuma mu na menya problem obeko benya problem so how do you control such feelings and when they problem no how do you manipulate these elemental energies so why you be out me catch the other day say if you put ankh around your neck master the ankh so you will have the balancing key of this universe knowing the energy manipulation of the planet means an ascended master can also know other people's energies and manipulate them. Baby, African biggest problem no enu when we master the energies ye be you see e de aye niama pa no se enye tupe na enye protection na enye obi aware esem na enye obi a ontumi nwo from asori them to a comfort to wherever. This is what we use this and it's a to me master near to me manipulate these energies now. This is what we use them for. Into me you soon find changes. Meanwhile, spirituality is science. It is a scientist etimi aye machine dey yes scan hwe yare e wo body mu ene ne keke ka ho a. O ma ye science dey aye aeroplane e dey fan crofo efri ahadom de kwa ha. Ye de no ye da so e tetan me ewu. Ani sunsumasa. And it is spirituality. Afen tokwa ene taato. Arehusamo. So an ascended master can manipulate the energies in your body to perform healing and recovery. Cause odipa ne betumi ahwe osa na we use wow energy. I have said this multiple times how I can why you're addicted in something, why you're traumatized, how I can use your own orgasm, bring it up to heal you. This is what we call master. Who master ank, who master nyama na who use for sankrof in nyama way. So when they say ascension, and also so ni way ni material enlightenment, the things involved, and a material ascension so and also the things involved. Now let's look at ancestral. Obiati enlightenment ne ascension ase and ascended ase. So now let's look at ancestral. Ancestral na ye bigger problem. And your ancestors, so someone can be a person with a great enlightenment and planetary knowledge. After they die, because they have so much power over outer world energies, and they are skilled in manipulating the energies of different dimensions and that of the planet, they become gods or ancestral gods or guide. Ancestor ben na friend no. Ancestor ben. It's not because you love someone and the person died no into your ancestor. There are people that unim niamo mo yankomudi nkra wo mo. But se wo kopol libation na. In fact, ye hwe show yi, wo betumi akọ wo maame achi 5 generation no. Chiro comment section ho wa obetimi akọ papa echi nso 5 chiro comment section ho we don't even know them. We can't go ahead and go to 10 to know that these people we have to pour libation to wake them. Ade ekum omumpo wunim Mema wi mfi so obi wu atofu wu ana wa yo samantwentwem. Inti nkrofo ya ye gu nsa ye from as ancestors ye friend samanfo ana ye friend nkrofo mo ye spirit guide ana nkrofo mo master or mo abilities. Who are you pouring that libation for? This is a question. Ye friend ancestors are omo master omo abilities are omo ye different dimensions any idea omo ni ye from ana ye free ghost. Ancestors are not just any family members who died. No. When they say ancestors are any family member owu yo. If your dead relatives are fools, excuse my language, and do not gain any wisdom of the planets and dimensions, when they die, how do you console them? And I saw from Maame Samai, and I saw from Papa Samai. Say, onipano, one master now kofrene dear no woman. How can they be your spirit guide? Nipananka so 2 years no your spiritual. One master nothing. O nimushi. Say ya mo catch them crofos or monko ancestors ni ancestors. I'm looking for explanation. Who are you going to call? Who are you calling? How many of your 10 generation? How many of your ancestors? And the wunim. Say no your hinea okunkum nipa anaso so tonton fie nsase. Ntu ko invoke his spirit na be wura obi mu a abusuan no na ni da so ana ne daachi eyeden. Abusuan Iniame see a dream when you so much. How can a drunkard great-grandfather who didn't grow in enlightenment and the knowledge of the cosmos help you in spirituality? How? How can such a person, such an ancestor help you? So we pour libation, now fresh such an ancestor, maybe so. Ubenya. He is simply a ghost and nothing else. Say obi anya enlightened, now one master the universe no, now one master the ability, one master the practice, one master the act. No when to me access ethereal any dimensions together with this physical plane or this universe. That person dies and become a ghost. That person is not an ancestor. Minim se mi ken ye bi no mu deda. Ye we binum kra wo hono ma omubo udin se ufiri se afie we mkra wanhwa obubefu cause afie na de papa bi emfiri mu bada obi ekunu awuda obi akunu anya stroke da obi ani afirada obi ebeye yi owu premature death wo ho de bi obi wu ofie was such a house ancestor ben and our friend. So those of you going about calling ancestors all over the place, you don't know what you are opening up your soul to. Ufa ancestors, ufa nami be someone who says so okay, yo, that's all right, whether good or bad. Yes, that's where you come from. That's your lineage. That's your DNA. But do we have to invoke whatever we have no idea about? If we really want to liberate ourselves like we are preaching consciousness, these are things you are your ancestor or you're good in tino because understand that spirits don't die. So when you are going to call ancestor, be careful, no one free ghost. Because calling an ancestor who has mastered the craft, who has mastered the abilities, no, is different from calling an ancestor who is a ghost. So calling an ancestor and calling of a ghost is different. So those screaming all over, like ancestors, are you calling a ghost or an ancestor? It's a question. You can answer it in the comment section. Okay, what is a spirit? Medikai any waka ancestors, and you are watching Masters of the Universe. Medikai any waka enlightenment, ascending, and ascension, and I'm no wabeka ancestors and ancestral. So. Now, a spirit is an existence without a body. Obiye ni madiwe. So you were a spirit before you moved into a body inside your mother's womb. I want us to understand this. Now, it is a spirit here, baby. If we don't understand these things and know, say netia, ehuna ne bema ya bema bu. Ye be ye niyama to say ye niyama sakra ye hu, but ye be ye niyama ye de ye hu beto shackles mu the more. Na ye binom nya happy when you say these things because it be mu business. But say anya ya dream so say ye be ye we ni ye dream business ye end ne be ye sen and no me problem no. So a spirit is just an existing energy. And ye kunwo and a some say ye kunwo, nobody can kill a spirit. It doesn't have an end. A spirit is not this mechanism. How are you killing the spirit with cutlasses and canes? Namu di abane shifom, namu di abane shifom. We are now wow hunam ya. Me Grace, I am too wise. I will avoid and talk because so only ni panoku na ubu ni mpa hunam be ya. Is that what you want? The biya mu kum sa brunsam guy so wuda. It was not created and can not be destroyed. No one can destroy a spirit because it was not created. Before a tree germinates, the spirit exists already. But once the chemicals from the sun are mixed with the earth and the seed goes through all those chemical changes, the spirit moves into the tree and it becomes whole. When you hear spirit, namu kumno, namu shino, namu yeni saying, you are just wasting your time. And spirit is not anything scary. So one man manifesting who are hot idiotic. And there is nothing like a good spirit and a bad spirit. And our money ye papa and our money ye bonnie. Because also for ancestors now friends are man for because you don't know the difference. Nti obana obeye obonia why who is who? The body of the tree dies and the spirit moves on. It will die and the energy will move on. Say yet we are simpan ka ye nsuro wo. Ayenti se nyama we nyina ase. So that is the definition of spirit. Now let's look at the gods. The gods. Based on the explanation above, you can easily define gods, right? Say mama, ye can say bibi ye nyame a we huni clean. From enlightenment to a spirit. Now, say ye see bibi ye god a fe we hu. Nti are you a god? Are you a spirit? Are you an ancestor? If you are calling an ancestor, who? A ghost or an ancestor? O papa, una nana wunim no edi na na oye. Was your nana enlightened soul? Was he an enlightened soul? Was your nana an ancestor, ascending master? Ah, ufo se obetumi invoke no. Now una nana etumi combine the ethereal no to this universe ana. What knowledge nana una nano or what wo se wo friend no. Who pour libation amano. So pour libation, will you call a ghost or you call nana? Now let's look at gods. A god is a spirit that has mastered and ascended the particular manifestation it is lording over. When they say someone is a god a spirit. Ono one master ne ho e wo wiase niama. Na watumi afa honhom de the unseen and our universe way or the ethereal other dimensions no or the abom na one master na otiso na all lordy over it or no any your friend a god. So you, if you are able to master, if you are able to be enlightened, you are able to master, you are able to access this universe and other dimensions and anase ethereal na you wo and na wo kutem wo de bubom say wi na wo teso na wo ye niama wo ne yefra god. The more masters, the more powerful. So gods are scientists. Because you master, you manipulate, you know the universe, you know the elements, you are able to manipulate them and you hold on to it. Yes, you be kan asem a yan be kan asem nya asem kire se. Ye ni munkrofo bi omo se omo asa bubuafo ne anifraifo yare anifra ne san ba biom. It means you are not holding your whatever you claim you have mastered. So you are not Lord. You are not God. I am a kania maybe. Na me pese me tu me ho kakra. Because senka me ko wi ade na nka obeka de me ye papa so aka. Omo amaye ejuma mom since I started this thing 25 years, they are still with me. Nipa na wo ye dan a wunye obi obedo wo da. Wo ye dan a wo benya. I mean, we've been dealing with people and we understand these things. They are still with me. So I can say that I am holding or lording over anything that I claim I have mastered. Because I was in church doing this and then I progressed. Now I am all over the world and I have fans from the Pleiades, the star systems, the entities, the spirits, the human beings. I have fans all over. Because I have worked hard. I have mastered what I'm supposed to master and I keep moving. So I have become a god and I am lording over whatever I have mastered. Same as you, same as him, same as, yes, everybody. In your work, you don't need anybody to push you or you don't need to drink and go and sleep in whatever. It's about your abilities, about your own making. It's not about anybody putting anything in your head. Yet, we are better, we are okay. Then the confusion and everything will cease. So we are able to focus on this. We are discussing masters of the universe. Gods are simply scientists who have advanced knowledge and have mastered all the elements, arts, and chemicals of creation and manifestation from one dimension to the other. This is who we call God or gods. So if they say there is a thunder god in Nogopo, it simply means there is a spirit in Nogopo who has mastered all the things and manifestation of the elemental powers of thunder. He can make thunder appear at any time. Once you bet me a master will be one, so be master as a cardiologist. No be nya kumemu yade, no to me se or papa nipa no kikeni amesini nipa ni nyankwa. He's become a god of heart. So tell me, if you can cook for 100 people, no matter what, you will finish cooking and the food will be nice, the food will not be eaten. When Ediane won, yes, you'll be a great cooker. Ediane ni ready what time so. When are you a great cooking? Yes, because you can. And there are people who are so crafty, who do wedding and who funeral nyamama, everything is in waye jumani 20 years, 30 years, and everybody knows. So Maame, where do you deliver? The person has become a god of cooking. Say yante sa nyama we ase ne ye yadwen say God you obi otesoro ho ne na bodwe se ana God ye Krishna ne ho anwan. They are all ascending masters. We have 16 of them. Maybe I will treat ascending masters one day. So when they say God, this is God. This is definition or how you can define God. Now let's look at the limits of the gods. Limits of the gods. The limitations of the gods are the extent of talent or knowledge they have. They can also master to a certain level. Intino say ye yadwin say ye nya hwe bibia ye de tu nyame so ne bra ye bre aye ma nyankopon kora ye kohwini. And a God, even they can't even define God. Who beside God, the one that created heaven and earth? Is that all? A rain god knows about rains. They can manifest in rain. If you ask them to go to war, they can only rain on your enemies. Inti se wontia se these elements no omudi ya omu yenie. Inti na me de me yese medical catch tender can strike but tender cannot grow anything. It doesn't grow food. Though it's scary. So ono so ne de no can only strike. He cannot grow food. Obetumi a strike mpo akosi obi dance ekum no. Ontumi ma aduane mfifi. Enti se wo kwa akoye aduane asem. Now kofa thunder god kosi wonom say on lawu. We should understand all these strengths and all these abilities and the differences between them. So we are able to master all of them. Now you're taking your balance. And yes, I because why you're disappointed in life as black people. The whites are learning this. They are learning this. Are we gods? Bibisa, are we gods? This question, pa. Are we gods? When you ask this, Bible I can say yeah gods. But okay gods na no de small gene ba mu an eche say no de adane abusumsem. Ti ye nyina abusuma mintumi. When you ask this question now, some feels it's blasphemous. Say obeka say you are God. What can abususem? If you say you were God, you that your girlfriend has given you a broken heart and you have been crying since Sunday, how are you a God? Why a vulnerable nenam? Obande na etumi ye nyame. Awalanka sa ehwe wo ho aye nyame a. Wanka sa hwe wabra ba wo mi. Wama wa bobosia wuntua. Di obi ka wuntua da. Why dwen sa wo di unyansa nenam? Na ka te agusu na sese wabrabo ni nyina apem. Wo hwe wo ho a wo ye nyame. Akesesem entro de wonim na wo ka. Because ubenya ne awupe bia wo ye nyame. Edi ka kiro se nyame ne bronsam ni na ewo yemu. Nya wo ye no na wo manifest dia wo manifest. Eno na kire dia wo pagam. Are you God? We a question am bisa. Looking at your situation and your condition and how you are running around everywhere. Are you a God? Tell me. Write it in the comment section. Say, we na me yenti na me hu se me yenyame. Wow, mu bu hu se wo obi anye bibi kura ma ntumi nyehwe in life. Are you a God? That's the question. I know it seems funny, but you have to understand that the only thing that makes someone a God or Lord is mastering a skill. Yes, o ma me amfa wansu adwuma. O ma me ama wanko school. Unyi ye de na utumi de wonsa ye. Another wahala. Ya she udwa 1 million times ni nyina ahye. A dear important skill ben na wa master was wa we are Lord and now we are a God of it. I am a God of spirituality. Oh yes. I have brought out a lot of people. I have given a lot of guests to the public. Even the setup, I have changed the entire media space, about spirituality. Now TV stations, my spiritual news. You can say whatever you want, but the truth is one. Then I will be to me account about this. A dear skill. Now one kasa one master. Are you a God? That's the question. Human beings who have mastered the skills of combining elements to cause rain are rain gods. And really, I'm near Dubai for ye. Desert no so no mote. They were able to cause rain and they flood by. What do you call them? Adie bi eni ho no. What the back papa no ye Apple phone. Is the Lord or the God of Apple phones? What are you? Ghana presidents, ministers are confusing now. What are you? All the bishops and the pastors, what are you? Gods of offering and tithes or gods of prophecy? Oh, yeah, mobo. Niyama simple. Yama ye ujo hu baby enje. The only problem is that because of the material mind, it is tough for the moral body to allow the spirit to master the powers of the natural element. Ade ni nyina ye kan ewowu mu. Enti nka wo master ade no. But sesi adwene nyina so akosi wiase niama so car edan edwei we do nipa benye biara onye satisfied. Now even social media there it's all about views. We don't care. Show off, fake life. Just say bibia ye basa nyama. The mind and materialistic is another dangerous weapon that is finishing Africans. Show off. because ya ka to say unyankopon ne nyankopon obema de eni ho atumi aba ho nti ne de eni ho kora wo se emra ho ka kire nkrofo de bia se wo bo wo bra hwemu na bo na tade bi obi a sha ogina wa ne ho aye fe se wa wai na chi kuro e de a kire wa ka wo be appreciate kotoko ni ntomago na ehye wo no de nkrofo show na eye wo se wo de okunu nya ehye ma wo de wo yire nye obi yire na ye no de ewe no obi so kire wa nka wo be dwane nti na me say appreciate wo ho na cherish wo ho na admire wo ho na love yourself. You think you are not better, you are not the worst either. So one yen you say now so be nkrofo bi etie nkrofo bi ano a wo be hye wo ho akonfo na wo wi a na be nso no kro deserve owuo ahwene pa kasa ahwene pa enkasa meto so. The mind can't accept conditions beyond the 3D world. Wo twa say wo twa wadwene afi say ahaya ye we this plane the third dimension no e de akwa ethereal no enye chicken change. Nti ebinum mutumi ka so omotena ono mo ye meditation po a omo ya na omo adwendwen ni omo asan aba nti no omo hu. It's not easy, it's not cheap. You have to do it to take your balance. Master that act so you can become a god. And when you master that act and you take your balance from the ethereal to this 3D world, you are able to lord over the things you have mastered. But the truth is simple. You can be a god of anything you master. And yet, by force, to say, one so your platform. Now, I do whatever I'm doing. She Gaia platform now, mo waso na yi na say you make out dear mo call Maame din for ne ade wo ho no. It is the guest now omo frɛ ye no. Omo an ebinum abedane host, and ebinum nso abedane permanent guest wo so ne ade. Twro wo plan na frɛ nipa 4 na fa mom. Say me pese ye nye sen ne ye mbo o man no. The next thing o si ho. Nyankopon so oma wadwen da, oma o plan da, because you cannot master this when you are selfish and greedy. O see mo andre ya person be pa ho on recognizing road ni pa ofa no nti no ama yet say Africans na yet no obi kofa artist or ye kase eduru ba bia na one nakon obi kofa obi ni ye business edu partnership eduru ba bi na nkwase ebu abam nti yen Ghanaians ye ntumi nkɔhye ye sorry na the other day akina yiso baba ye or say Nigeria for na bebie ba na omo jeje omo yerenom ye complaining about Nigerians. Oko Opera Square na nsenya wote ye omo say Nigeria for ni say businesses e wo ho nyina ye ti wo social media and so say musicians ni say Nigeria for na e ma ye mbo omo ndum obi aso mu. You decided not to master, you decided not to invest, you decided to look for profit, and you were content with your poverty. Na asesama no, that was your focus. You cannot master, you cannot hold, you cannot be a god, you cannot lord over your music career, you cannot lord over the movie industry, you cannot lord over business. And yes, sir, it's because we cannot unite. Na yempushi agenda and division is what destroys everything. Who join force with Obia? Or agenda nukredie ni ho ye keka ye ho ye bro ye ho ntini ye betena ma strangers abere ye nda bia we ehini ye de ko materialistic ti ye ntumi master wo bibia ho. But we on earth do not focus on the dimensional world to master the knowledge and fire ho or start say ye na no or person to car or person to fie or person ye saying and no na ye bre say ye ti we ya se ni ye dadwene say bibi e koso wa ha bia ye fafiri baabi ni ye de baaye nti ye be master wo baabi eniam ni nyina wa 1 minute liberation is ours. But ye dadwene nyina ba ha. It is only witches and magicians who have kept the desire to understand and control the non-human and non-physical. Omo na omo nye no omo na omo control wo so omo na omo focus we ho nti no be ye wo da bia because wo wako wo ku ni physically ono to manifest o or meditate to me wadanfo bi a Spaniard friend metabo ni din ono obetumi a meditate 24 hours on sorry na ote on bone on blinke se we bie nani a nani da so saa so kata nani so a osi ho onwuye obetumi de ade abonitirim onte obeba so pepepe nti abayifo any magicians o ma yesi o mu ye fake nu o mu momu na o mu ka ahane hane di bom osofo de o se members ni ntumu hu hwe ono nko na da bi okohu no beka na nsembo de minim de nti a aya bibia a o mu bo nsem medwen ho a na mintumi nti ase. Why do you people clap about everything, church members? Hey! Metuaso. Real spirituality is to master the non-physical, metaphysical knowledge. That is what we call spirituality. That is why I am so proud that when I am talking, I'm able to say that my downloads. Yeah, what spiritual people need to say, you call the other side. They don't even have grounds. Omu ni baby omu jina. Intu yes obetia omu a kikikiki no omu edu osofo ajagraja ho se kofre no na panicho. Sa ne ma ne ye meka na bonten. Eye wo na wo hu hia. Se wotumi master wo ho a che se wotena ho no ma you are ebinuma master wo wa che no amu ono a one bag a onsi market wo ukotete a onim de obenya. Tuntumi wia no. Ejuma na opese ubi a wankasa be a master of ejuma no so that we jama obi a unim ne ekoso wo ho bibia ya physical se wunya car na wo fie so na to meet pictures na mo edit na wo body no se de mo per body so we working on the body no na ente na bia ewu. Is this life? We are all limping. A lot of us no ye losing your spirit ye namho as empty barrels nti bibia tumi wura ye mu nti na ye wuo enyefe ye wuo nya akondo ye wuo aye tantantan because real spirituality no eye wo master the physical and now they are metaphysical no wenya sa nimdie no eno na your friend says spirituality. I give you spirituality on this platform. Abusia mama yemra from na yen started from here. Like I said, from now I'm going to go deeper. Maybe rem zoom. Me no nyina na ekọ. Me ni nyina na ekọ because esese wo kọ bienti. E na wo platform we say so. Nti so bibisa wo say den na ye spirituality a. Eno na maka cho no ka che ne say Maame Grace say real spirituality is to master the non-physical. One, metaphysical knowledge is what we call spirituality. Adia mene wo che ende no so wure fi bibia kai we na start se wo de wo hu to table ne so dane wo hu te se eagle ono na ne ntaba ne fua na ontumi ntu biom a ono ade nano ode bobodua na nano na aye tentene so abu afiri so na apram moja na ono ade nano no atwetwe ne ntaban no na apram moja no wapuni ne ho na fe o start se or flyer afe on monitor ba mu bem na o so no matter the condition and the situation a wo se wo te menka na wo te me voice no se de ade na fu se de wo ntaba na sei na ama waka ba bia wo butu se wo ntaba yafo na wo tumpo enye yi a ahoden e na me soma de ba wo ho se wo bete honhom semase se wo e na wo ye honhom wo e na wo ye deity wo e na wo ye god wo e na wo ye ancestor wo e na wo ye lord because you have the ability to master your abilities and also you have ability to put the ethereal and this 3D no together. So you are able to ascend into start pruning yourself. Adie bi ache wato ho no start say wo try say wo pagya wo mu. Obi anye we ma wo. Ade say wo ankasa e na wo beye we ama wo ho. I send you strength. I send you strength. I send you strength. I send you strength. I send you love. I believed you, but I do not bless you. I believed you. I believed you. I believed you. I do not bless you. Macro.